Thank you for joining again to the next tutorial on the settings module, where we doing on how to create a custom field list. And what are actually custom field lists? These are fields that you define, maybe to collect or display some data that doesn't come with the system. Let's say in this case, let's say we want to collect the client's delivery date, right? And now we are going to create a custom field list, and currently the system doesn't have the field to collect the client's delivery list or display the client's delivery list on the invoice. Now we want to create a custom field to show the delivery, to collect and also show the delivery date of the cell that we create. Now how do we go about it? We come to create a custom field. Let's dive into it. We create, then this field belongs to where. Now in this case, we talking about a delivery, and delivery, it belongs to a cell, right? Now we come and choose a cell, then the field name, we call it, let's say, delivery date, right? Delivery date. Then field type, how is this field, how do we want to how do we want, like, the field type to be? Is it a text? Is it a number? Is it a text area? Is it multi-select? Is it a checkbox? Or is it a radio button and something? In this case, we're working with a date, so we need to use a date picker. Now we don't need default value. Default value means it will be the the the, the, the data that will always be there. But in this case, we want a dynamic data, so we don't need a default value. And in this case, do we want the grid size? This will be the size of the column. In this case, we can just use the entire block to be 12, a maximum of 12. Then do we want to show these field to the cell, to the table? The table means when you access on the cell list in the system, you will be able to see the delivery date. In this case, a delivery date will be good if we show it on the table and at the same time show it on the invoice. So when the client they buy, they can see when is the delivery date. Yeah, sure. And now, is it required, or is it required by the admin only, or is it disabled? In this case, let's say it's required, so that it's not optional. So you have to check the date of the delivery date before submitting any entries. So now we submit. Now we've created a custom field list that appears. Now in this case, let me show you how it works. Now let's go to the POS. Then here we are in the POS section. In the POS, let me use the add cell module, add cell, and here we are. Now, as you can see, we choose the date. Let's say today is for the customer. Meanwhile, let me add the customer. This I'll show you on how to add cell and everything. So meanwhile, let me just say Felix. Felix is the customer. Phone number is 0768. I'm in Nairobi. Then submit. Then our customer is selected. The biller, as we had talked earlier, the default biller. Then warehouse, the default warehouse, let's say Mombasa Kimathi, and I'll explain what is that, cash in hand. Then we have our test product. Now our test product is it's actually 20 shillings with tax, 23 point something. And now we come to find the delivery date. Now delivery date, assuming it's going to be tomorrow, or 6th. Now we click on 6th. Now once we do this, let's say the payment, let's leave it at pending, then we submit. Then Once we submit, that means we've created a cell for the same. So it leads us to a point where we have a cell here. It's pending state, and when we generate an invoice, we have the delivery date on it, and this is how the invoice looks and everything. And we are showing our delivery date on the invoice as we had defined on the cell and also on the invoice. And thank you guys for watching through this on how to define custom feed lists. See you on the next one. Bye bye.